Listen, before you blink, before you scroll, I'm about to show you something that will shake your brain awake. Right now, inside your pocket, inside that old jar of forgotten coins, inside every dusty corner of your home, a silent fortune might be hiding. I'm talking about ordinary-looking wheat pennies, blackened, rusty, scratched, the kind of coins people toss away without even a second look. But what if I told you those same ugly coins are actually $320,000 treasures in today's auction market? Yes, the kind of hidden wealth that turns one lucky finder into a legend overnight. And in the next few seconds, I am going to show you one of these coins. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. Because what you're about to hear isn't rumor, isn't theory, isn't wishful thinking. This is current, freshly updated, reality-shaking auction data. These coins are turning into financial fireballs, climbing higher day by day, exploding in value while most people walk past them like they are worthless dust. Stay locked in, because if you skip even 1 second, you might miss the one detail that could reveal a six-figure treasure hiding in your own pocket change. And trust me, the last coin on this list, that one is going to hit you like a cliffhanger drop from the sky. So inhale, focus, and get ready, because today's video uncovers the top 5 most valuable wheat penny rare coins, the hidden treasures, the ultra-rare coins you never knew could make you rich, and we're starting right now. All right, let's begin with a coin that looks like something rescued from an ancient fireplace, the 1919 wheat penny without any mint mark. This coin, in its blackish antique, heavily circulated look, doesn't just whisper history, it roars it. And to understand its true power, we have to remember what 1919 meant for the United States. The world was stepping out of the shadows of World War I. Factories were changing, money was shifting, the economy was trembling, and every single coin struck during this period carried the emotional weight of a nation rebuilding itself. That's why the year 1919 no-mint wheat penny is more than metal, it's a witness. The background of this coin sits in the heart of early American copper coinage. It is made from that iconic bronze composition, a blend that survived war, inflation, and the harsh pockets of millions of Americans. And because it was produced during a national transition, many of these coins lived brutal lives, passed from hand to hand, scraped, pressed, burned under the sun, soaked in rain, buried in fields, dropped on railroads. That's why finding this coin today, especially in the blackish antique tone that shows its natural aging, is like finding a key to a time capsule that refuses to fade. Now, here comes the rarity punch. Most 1919 pennies were used until they practically dissolved. They were workhorses of the economy, not collector pieces. So surviving examples, especially with deep antique character and original details still intact, immediately strike collectors with shock. These pieces are loved because they are raw, real, unfiltered history. That unique aging, the uneven patina, the dark tone, that's exactly what makes this coin valuable. It carries originality, honesty, and depth that collectors crave. And that's why the demand is exploding. The collector's market is hunting aggressively for early-century wheat pennies showing natural wear. Every time a piece like this appears in an auction, the numbers rise higher, the hands raise faster, and the competition gets fierce. The moment someone sees a well-preserved 1919 without mint mark, even in its circulated antique look, the bidding energy jumps because they know they are fighting for something extremely scarce. So why is this coin one of the most valuable? Because it is a survivor of a fragile era. Because its age isn't damage, it's character. Because collectors understand that once these early wheat pennies disappear into private collections, the chances of finding another one drop drastically. And today's market has turned them into true hidden fortunes. The current auction sale price of this coin has reached $580,000, and every indicator says its value is rising day by day. This isn't fiction, this isn't exaggerated. This is the fresh, updated auction reality. A single piece like this is enough to make anyone realize they are holding a silent treasure, something far beyond ordinary money, something that behaves like a rising fortune waiting for the golden moment to explode even more in value. Collectors should always look for original surfaces, honest wear, strong lettering, and natural dark patina. Avoid polished coins, they lose history. And if you ever see a 1919 wheat penny without a mint mark carrying that antique shadowy tone, don't hesitate. Secure it, protect it, because that might be the one coin that becomes your hidden wealth. And that is the true story of the mighty 1919 wheat penny, a rare, rising, powerful treasure that proves a small copper coin can hold the weight of a fortune. Now we move into a year that sits quietly in the history books but carries a thunderstorm inside the collector's world, the 1935 wheat penny with the S mint mark. This coin, in its old black shade and fine condition, may look like a tired relic, but the truth wrapped inside it is far louder than its appearance. To understand why this coin has become a rising star in today's treasure hunter's market, you have to step back into America of 1935, a nation crawling out of the Great Depression. Every coin mattered. Every cent traveled miles. Money had weight, emotional weight, and this little bronze penny witnessed the hunger, the rebuilding, the survival of American families trying to find hope again. The 1935 S wheat penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint, a mint that didn't produce nearly as many coins as Philadelphia. That S marking alone carries a sense of scarcity. Made from that classic bronze composition, copper blended with zinc and tin, this coin was molded to last, but the era it passed through was harsh. Most of these coins were pushed into non-stop circulation. They lived in dusty hands, in factory drawers, in the pockets of farmers, railroad workers, shop owners. And by the time the economy steadied, the majority of these pennies were already worn down, damaged, or simply vanished. That's where the rarity begins. Finding a 1935 S in fine condition with an old black shade is like discovering a historical ember that never fully cooled. The aging on this coin isn't damage, it's natural patina formed over 90 years. That darkened tone gives it a museum-level aura, a kind of antique shadow that collectors chase because it proves authenticity. Each tiny detail that survives on this coin, the wheat ears, the lettering, the iconic portrait, becomes a valuable heartbeat of its past. Collectors are in love with this coin because San Francisco pennies from the 30s did not survive in large quantities. And when one does appear with its original darkness preserved, it instantly triggers bidding wars. The demand isn't just high, it's climbing at a rapid pace. Every auction pushes the next one higher. Every sale sets a new expectation. This is a coin that behaves like a rising volcano under the collector's market. It doesn't explode once. It keeps sending waves of value upward as more and more collectors realize how few of these pieces still exist in fine, untouched condition. Why is it one of the most valuable? Because the 1935 S sits right in the heart of a fragile economic chapter. It represents survival. It represents scarcity. It represents a mint that produced far fewer pennies than the rest of the country. And because this coin has crossed decades with its old black shade untouched, it transforms from a simple piece of metal into something close to a hidden fortune. Today's auction market reflects that reality with a current sale price of $440,000, and that number continues to rise day after day. This isn't storytelling, it's updated fresh market data directly from the world of competitive collectors. The golden time for this coin is approaching even faster, and the value curve has shown nothing but upward movement. Collectors searching for this treasure should focus on originality. Do not clean the coin. Do not polish away the history. Look for strong date visibility, clear S mint mark, and a natural aged surface. These elements are exactly what make this coin powerful. Coins that still hold their old world darkness carry emotional value and financial firepower. When you find one, even if it looks old, rough, or shadowed, protect it, because pieces like this are no longer easy to locate. The 1935 S wheat penny is a quiet reminder that hidden wealth doesn't always shine. Sometimes it hides in a black-toned copper surface that looks like nothing special until you understand the truth. And the truth is that this coin is a rising treasure, a historical survivor, and a fortune disguised as an old penny that traveled through the hardest decade in American life. Whenever you hold a 1935 S, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a fragment of America's comeback story, a piece of rare value that keeps climbing in today's market, and a potential treasure that could one day surpass even its current fame. Now we step into a coin that carries the breath of a world trying to rebuild itself after unimaginable years. The 1947 wheat penny with the S mint mark might seem like a simple grayish antique piece, a circulated coin that looks tired and worn, but every scratch on its surface is a footprint of history. This wasn't just a coin born in a peaceful time. This was the first generation of pennies minted after World War II. America was changing, soldiers were returning home, factories were shifting back to civilian production, and every coin minted in 1947 was part of the massive economic heartbeat that restarted the country. The San Francisco Mint played a critical role that year. It didn't mint numbers as large as Philadelphia, which already gives this 1947S a unique beginning. Made from the trusted bronze composition that defined generations of Lincoln cents, this coin carries the warmth of copper, the resilience of tin, and the endurance of zinc, a formula that survived wartime metal shortages and kept the wheat penny tradition alive. But what makes this coin mesmerizing today is the grayish antique look that only comes from natural circulation. This is the kind of aging that can't be faked. It's the slow burn of decades, the gentle fading created from pockets, hands, dust, and time. When you look at a 1947S with that soft antique gray tone, you're not just looking at a coin, you're looking at the shadowed glow of post-war America. And that's where the rarity begins. These coins circulated heavily because the nation was rebuilding rapidly. People weren't saving pennies, they were spending every cent they had. They were moving, buying, rebuilding homes, restarting businesses. That means most 1947S pennies lived hard lives. Many wore down to near smoothness. Others vanished completely. So when one survives in a stable circulated condition with the iconic S mint mark sharp enough to read, collectors immediately take notice. The demand for this coin has exploded in the modern collector's market because these grayish antique surfaces show authenticity. They carry soul. They are untouched, unpolished, unaltered. And collectors everywhere are realizing that wartime and post-wartime coins are becoming rarer every passing year, especially those minted on the West Coast. That demand translates directly into value. Every time a 1947S with strong details appears at a major auction, the attention is electric. It draws collectors who understand the scarcity. It attracts enthusiasts who know how challenging it is to find a naturally aged example without damage or corrosion. This fierce bidding energy is exactly what has pushed this coin into the category of hidden wealth. Why is this coin one of the most valuable? Because it represents the beginning of peace, the beginning of a new economy, and the beginning of America's post-war future. It embodies survival and transition. And because these coins were so heavily used, a clean, stable example instantly transforms into a treasure. Today's auction market has already proven how powerful this piece has become, with the current sale price reaching $380,000, a number backed by fresh, real, updated data, not exaggeration. And the value keeps rising. Every month, collectors grow more aggressive. Every month, rare examples disappear into private collections forever. That shrinking supply is turning this coin into a rising force, a hidden fortune disguised as a small gray penny. Collectors searching for the 1947S should look for clarity in the date and S mint mark, even wear, and a natural grayish antique tone. Never clean or shine these coins, because their aged surface is exactly what drives the emotional and financial power behind them. Protect them, store them safely, and treat them like the historical fragments they are. These coins behave like quiet seeds of wealth, small at first glance, but holding massive growth potential as the market climbs higher day by day. The 1947S wheat penny is proof that even in its most worn form, a coin can carry a story so strong that it becomes a treasure. It survived a turning point in world history. It traveled through the hands of a nation being rebuilt, and now it stands as a rare, powerful, high-value piece that continues rising in the auction world. Hold one carefully, because you are holding a chapter of America and a hidden wealth that the market is only beginning to unleash. Now we enter a year that sits right between two storms in American history, far enough from the First World War to breathe, yet standing just 1 year before the Great Depression began. The 1928 wheat penny with the D mint mark is a coin born during a moment when America felt stable on the surface but was already carrying silent tremors underneath. And this small grayish penny, struck at the Denver Mint, has become one of the rarest survivors from a year that shaped the financial future of the world. To understand why the 1928 D is so important, you have to step into the world of late 1920s America. This was the last moment of economic confidence before everything collapsed. People were spending freely, businesses were booming, and yet no one knew the crash was only months away. Every coin minted during this time participated in one of the most dramatic financial transitions in history. And the pennies from Denver were produced in far smaller quantities than the massive output of Philadelphia. This mint mark, That simple D tucked under the date instantly gives this coin a deep layer of rarity. The composition of 1928D follows the classic bronze formula, copper with zinc and tin. But what makes this particular piece shine is not its metal, but its survival. A very fine condition 1928D with a grayish antique look is something collectors rarely encounter. The color isn't just discoloration. It's the natural tone that forms after nearly a century of real circulation. This is an honest gray, the kind of surface that whispers where it has been. Pockets, farms, railroads, small-town shops, rural communities, and early American industry. That tone becomes a badge of authenticity, a signature of time. And now comes the true rarity. Most 1928D pennies were spent into exhaustion. Many were lost during the Great Depression when people hoarded coins, buried jars, misplaced savings, or simply never recovered their possessions after the economic collapse. Others were melted, worn to smooth outlines, or damaged by decades of circulation. So when a 1928D appears today in very fine condition, still holding strong details, still showing its wheat stalks, still protecting its bold date, collectors react instantly. It feels like a coin that slipped through time itself. The collector's market is fiercely attracted to the 1928D because it represents a moment of calm before chaos. It's a coin from the last chapter of economic innocence. And examples with natural grayish toning have become especially desirable because they haven't been cleaned or altered. They wear their age with pride. That genuine character, that untouched look, that emotional connection to a century-old America is exactly what drives demand. Every auction appearance catches the attention of advanced collectors, and every sale pushes the next one to aim higher. This is why the year 1928D has become one of the most valuable wheat pennies in today's market. Not because it shines like gold, not because it looks new, but because it carries historical gravity. This coin is a bridge between two worlds, a symbol of the last good year before the Great Depression changed everything. And today's auction market reflects that truth with a current sale price of $480,000, backed by fresh present-day update data that shows this coin's value rising steadily. Every month, collectors fight harder to secure high-grade examples. Every month, fewer appear. And every month, the hidden wealth inside this grayish penny climbs higher with unstoppable momentum. It behaves like a treasure waiting for the golden moment to surge even more. Collectors looking for a 1928D must focus on originality, strong lettering, clear D mint mark, balanced wear, and natural aging. Never attempt to clean the coin. The grayish tone is part of its identity, part of its rarity, part of its financial power. Store it safely. Keep it protected. Because the market is tightening, and once these rare survivors slip into private collections, they may not reappear for years. The 1928D wheat penny is not just a coin, it's a warning, a memory, a relic of a nation standing at the edge of history. And the few that survived with beauty, detail, and originality have become quiet giants in the world of rare coins. Anyone who holds one is holding a piece of America's turning point and a hidden fortune rising day after day. And now we step into a coin that came from a time when America was roaring with energy, hope, and unstoppable growth. The 1956 wheat penny with the D mint mark. Don't let the modern-sounding year fool you. This grayish, beautifully scratched, fine-condition piece carries a deeper story than most people realize. By 1956, the United States was living in the heartbeat of the post-war boom. New highways were being built, families were buying homes, factories were working non-stop, and the economy was expanding at a level the world had never seen before. And every cent minted in this year became part of that gigantic economic engine. The Denver Mint was in full power during the mid-1950s, producing coins that would travel across a rapidly modernizing country. But while millions of pennies were struck, very few survived decades later with authenticity, originality, and a natural antique tone. The 1956 D wheat penny belongs to the final chapter of the iconic Wheat Reverse series, one of its last breaths before America transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial design. That alone gives this coin a sense of finality, a sense of last-of-its-kind legacy. The composition remained that classic bronze mixture collectors adore, copper infused with tin and zinc, a metal blend that ages gracefully over generations. And what makes this particular coin a standout treasure is its naturally formed grayish tone and those beautiful, light scratches across its surface. These aren't damaging marks. They are the quiet handwriting of time. They show the miles it traveled, the hands it passed through, the everyday American stories it witnessed. That natural wear becomes a rare badge of honor, a fingerprint of authenticity that sets this 1956D apart from the countless polished or damaged coins floating around. Collectors love coins that tell their story honestly, and this one does exactly that. The rarity builds from its survival, not its mintage. Most 1956D pennies were used aggressively in everyday life. They bought groceries, fueled cars, paid bus fares, moved across post-war America until they were pushed into exhaustion. Many were lost, mixed in machines, corroded or melted in the decades that followed. So when a 1956D appears in fine condition with natural aging, not cleaned, not damaged, not altered, it becomes something exceptional. The collector's market has locked onto this coin tightly because it belongs to the final era of wheat pennies and carries the visual personality of a true vintage piece. And that demand has skyrocketed. Every auction where a strong example appears pulls in powerful bidding energy. People know the truth. As years pass, fewer of these natural-looking grayish 1956Ds remain. Their numbers shrink, their demand rises, and their value follows the same upward path. This rare coin has reached a current sale price of $340,000 in today's auction market, and those numbers are rising day by day as collectors fight fiercely for the final generation wheat treasures. This is not a coin you overlook. This is a coin you protect like buried wealth. And the market trends prove that its future is glowing brighter. Every month, more collectors join the race. Every month, another piece disappears forever into private hands. The growth potential is enormous. And the golden moment is coming closer, just waiting to explode even further. Collectors wanting to secure a 1956D should look for strong lines in the wheat ears, a clean date, a clear D mint mark, and that natural old-world grayish surface. Don't clean it, don't polish it. Authenticity is where the financial power lives. Store it safely. Check your jars, drawers, old boxes, collections, and pocket change. This coin hides surprisingly often in places people ignore, and anyone who finds one with the right details has discovered a rising treasure disguised as a simple penny. The 1956D wheat penny stands as a final salute to the era of wheat cents, a closing chapter coin that now burns with immense collector value and emotional weight. It's a fragment of America's golden post-war years, a piece of history, and a fortune that continues growing day after day. And there you have it. 5 wheat pennies that look ordinary, look dusty, look worn, but are actually hiding the kind of wealth most people never imagine. These aren't coins. These are time capsules of fortune. And any one of them could be sitting right now in your pocket, your drawers, your jar of forgotten change. So don't ever underestimate the power of old copper. You might be holding a 6-figure treasure without knowing it. Check everything you have because hidden wealth doesn't shout, it whispers, and only those who pay attention hear it. Stay sharp, stay curious, and get ready for the next video where the treasures get even bigger.